from Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, and trick-or-treating door-to-door with me tonight are Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's very
Trick-or-treat, give me something good to eat.
And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. And the ghouls and goblins are out as we're hosting here on Halloween night. Oh, that is very scary, Shaq. I see you decided not to dress for the occasion.
Well, when you're 7 feet and as sexy as I am, you don't need a costume. Plus, I took my kids trick-or-treating before I came here. Ernie, father duties.
Wow. I just remember the worst trick that I ever got in the bag.
The starting lineup for the visiting Utah Jazz. At point guard, Dante Exum. At the other guard position, Rodney Hood. At center, Rudy Gobert. At small forward, Gordon Hayward. At the other forward position, Freak. The head coach of the visiting team is Quinn Snyder. At guard 6'2", IUPUI, number 3, the hometown hero, Joe.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick, it's the NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Indiana Pacers will be looking to make a statement. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Well, you said it. I mean, often it's the teams that are in the middle of the pack in their conference which more accurately show the conference's strength than a team at the top or the bottom. At least that's how I like to look at it.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Exum and Hood are the young guard tandem. Gobert is out there with Freak, and it's Hayward in at the 3, the small forward. And a wide open look for Freak. Good on the three-point shot. Freak's got 5 now.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Ellis outside, and George with the stuff.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, guys, that was just
I'll buy that for now.
a good old-fashioned chin check right there. And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
GA, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
And here's Exum after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Gobert, Dwight Howard grabs the board.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Jazz have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Freak with it, working on Howard. Hood, the pass to Freak, connects on the 9-footer. Freak's got 9 points.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Freak. Paul George grabs the miss.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Hayward dishes to Freak. Here's the 3. And Utah, another 3.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he said he doesn't want to see their offense fall into bad habits and get stagnant. He said as long as we keep moving without the ball and don't stand around watching the paint dry, we'll be able to put up points. Let's see if they can keep their legs moving here tonight, guys.
And thanks as always, Doris. And guys, the emphasis on quality shooting, getting those chances identified by their coach is a key for them.
I think that means they must work as a complete unit out there, cooperate, sharing the ball, and try to limit the one-on-one play.
And if they can do that, they will have success shooting the basketball. I think it's guaranteed.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new team. Both teams making some changes here. The Jazz have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. They've got Paul George, Bogdanovich out there with Hill. Then there's Howard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Freak kicks to Exum. To the paint. Here's Freak. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Screen by Howard. To the middle. Ohanen. And it's blocked. And Hayward with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Hayward's got 5 points so far. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here's George after Dante Exum's bucket. Screen by Howard. Hill has the open look and just miss after miss right now. And again, Utah running the court in transition. Hayward passes to Exum. Gobert with a screen on Hill. Hood dishes to Exum. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists in the game. Hill kicks to Howard. And George, here we go. Indiana moving the ball around. The dish to Hill. Takes a 3. And that one's good. Hill's got 5 points now this quarter.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Howard setting the pick for Hill. And here's George for 3. Jazz leading by 6. Ahead. Hayward kicks to Freak from deep. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. There's a screen. George with the screen on Henderson. Fortson, Henderson defending. Turner with the screen for Hill. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
Back to George. Launches it. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Indiana. Ellis comes in for Hill, then for the Jazz. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. Burks comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Trey Burks subbed in for Dante Exum. And the Pacers with possession here. They trail by 7. On the wing, Ellis. Burke covering. Ellis can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And that... And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Exum and Hood are the young guard tandem. Hayward out there with Freak, and it's Gobert in at the 5. Now, here's George. Ellis with a screen on Hayward. Ellis goes in. Gobert with the block, and they'll keep possession. George, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Now, here is Hill. After Gordon Hayward's miss, that doesn't go either for George.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those. Move the ball.
Doubled by Howard. Freak passes to Hayward. Inside, Gobert, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke. Teams changing it up here. Jazz leading by 14. Dishes it to Freak. 1:09 left in the third. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
To the left side wing. They double team Ellis. They need this. Can't hit. Great D that time from Favors. Utah has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And he gets it to go.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
It's Anderson with the drive, and he gets it to go. Anderson's got his second bucket tonight. From downtown, and it's Freak missing. Pushing it up. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. So it's the Jazz now. Got it off in time. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Laverne. Freak comes in for Derek Favors. Rodney Hood subbed in for Burks. Anderson is out there with Paul George. Then it's George Hill. Then it's Turner. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And he gets it to go.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Freak with it. George picks him up. Exum sets a screen for Freak. Takes the turnaround J, and Utah again with the bucket.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
It's George on the wing. Turner with a screen for George. That three off the mark.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Turner with the steal.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of two that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a two-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game two that they had tonight.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a four-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
DJ Khaled!